The land has never known the warmth of a true sun. It only knows the lightless sky, heavy with ash and smoke, swirling in the air like the spirits of the dead still trying to find their way. The graves of steel stand like fallen gods, monolithic, twisted, ancient. Their bones do not bend, and the things that crawl within them are not of flesh or warmth but of iron and ruin. The breaths of iron echo from their mouths, groaning like beasts that once hunted and now only wait for their end. In my dream, I found myself again within the shadow of one such place, the air heavy with the stench of old death. I stood before the skeletons of towers. No one knows what they were used for, only that they were, and now they are hollow, as empty as the bellies of the creatures who crawl beneath them. The ground beneath me was hard, brittle, 1,000 cracks spreading across it like old scars, and each breath I drew was thick with dust and regret. And there it stood, the thing, not a person but something closer to an idea, a feeling that I could not name. Its face, if it had one, was featureless, like the smooth rock at the riverbed, stripped of time and meaning. But its emptiness filled me with a weight, a sinking in my gut as though it could see every flaw, every fear, every piece of me that was broken. There was no mouth, no eyes, no markings at all, just a blank surface where a face should have been, a surface that bled. Not with tears, no, not like the mourning of the wretched, the suffering of a thing once alive. It wept thick, black, like the substance of the earth's very heart spilling from its skin, dripping down in slow, steady streams, pooling at its feet. The ichor hissed when it hit the earth, burning away the dust and the bones alike, turning everything it touched into something other. It smelled of iron, of blood not born of flesh, of rusted gears long forgotten. It stank like the sickness in our water, the bitterness of things long past their end. The sky above was a canvas stretched too thin, stretching as far as I could see, filled with the flickering patterns of the night's veil. They moved, twisted, and changed, shifting in unnatural ways that no living hand could make. These veiled patterns were no map of the stars, no guide to any of us, but something worse. They burned cold and cruel, streaks of light so bright they seemed to cut through the darkness, like the remnants of something once alive, now only a memory. They moved too quickly, looping and bending in ways that made no sense, as though the sky itself was trying to tear itself apart. I could not speak. I wanted to scream, to call out for help, but the weight of it all, of the ichor, of the shifting patterns, of the endless night, stole the sound from my throat. I could do nothing but stand there, helpless, beneath the vast, hollow gaze of the thing. It did not speak. There was no voice, no demand, just a presence filling the air, surrounding me. No words passed between us, but the silence that stretched out was deeper than any words could have reached. In the stillness, I could feel the weight of everything that had come before, the faces of those who had been lost to the earth, to the fires, to the breaths of iron, and with it, a gnawing fear, like a wound that never healed, like a scream that had never been released. Then the sky laughed, but not with joy. No, this laughter was not born of mirth. It was the bitter sound of something old, something broken, stretching its limbs once again. The veil patterns above twisted again, as though mocking what I was, or maybe what we all are in this land, stuck, alone, lost. I woke then, gasping for breath, soaked in cold sweat that felt too thick, too heavy, as if the ichor had seeped into my skin. My heart thudded like the rhythm of a drum, a deep, echoing beat that did not belong in the world of the living. I could still taste the bitter iron in the back of my throat, still feel the weight of the gaze from the dream, and I wondered, as I lay there trembling, if I had ever truly woken at all. What is a dream when the earth itself is a graveyard? What is reality when the sky weeps and the night burns with patterns that no one can name? What is truth when the land remembers only the past, and the past remembers only death?